Good Wednesday, everyone, and welcome to this edition of Conversations Daily News. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. We, of course, have your news headlines coming up on this Wednesday. We have the Truth of the Day with Mary Ellen Ciganovich, and in today's Entertainment Spotlight, you've been part of my conversation with Zak Folkman of Subify. Enjoy today's program. For Conversations Daily News, I'm Cyrus Webb with your Wednesday headlines. In national news, CDC Panel Debates, should all school kids get COVID vaccine? Should all school-age kids get Pfizer's pediatric COVID-19 vaccine? That was the question before an influential government advisory panel. The Food and Drug Administration has authorized emergency use of kid-sized doses for children ages 5 to 11, but the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention must also sign off before widespread vaccinations begin in that age group. CDC's advisors are weighing who will get the most benefit as they deliberate whether to recommend the shots for up to 28 million more children or perhaps only for those most vulnerable to serious illness. Their recommendation goes to the CDC's director, Dr. Rochelle Walensky, for the final say. Today is a monumental day in the course of this pandemic, Walensky told the advisory panel on Tuesday. She said while the risk of severe disease and death is lower in young children than adults, it is real, and that COVID-19 has had a profound social, mental health, and educational impact on youngsters, including widening disparities in learning. There are children in the second grade who have never experienced a normal school year, Walensky said on Tuesday. Pediatric vaccination has the power to help us change all of that. Shots into little arms could begin this week, as Pfizer already is packing and shipping the first orders, millions of doses, to states and pharmacies to be ready. Doctors who've cared for hospitalized youngsters hope parents embrace Pfizer's kid shots, saying they're safe and far better than gambling that a child will escape a coronavirus infection. And while the U.S. has seen a recent downturn in COVID-19 cases, experts are worried about another uptick with holiday travel and as winter sends more activity indoors where it's easier for the coronavirus to spread. In international news, leaders vow to protect forests, plug methane leaks at COP26. World leaders promise to protect Earth's forests, cut methane emissions, and help South Africa wean itself off coal at the UN Climate Summit on Tuesday, part of a flurry of deals intended to avert a catastrophic global event. Britain held the commitment by more than 100 countries to end deforestation in the coming decade as the first big achievement of the conference in the Scottish city of Glasgow, known as COP26, but experts notice such promises have been made before and broken. More than 120 world leaders were heading home after 2 days in which they received stark warnings about the state of the earth from Johnson, Queen Elizabeth II, and most powerfully, the people of countries and regions already facing climate upheaval. Johnson said in a news conference that it was important to guard against false hope, but added that he was cautiously optimistic about the outcome of the talks. In more national news, prosecutor says Rittenhouse instigated Kenosha bloodshed. Kyle Rittenhouse instigated the confrontation that led him to shoot 3 people on the streets of Kenosha during a turbulent protest against racial injustice, and he killed one of the victims with a bullet to the back, a prosecutor said in opening statements on Tuesday at Rittenhouse murder trial. But Rittenhouse attorney told the jury that his client acted in self-defense after one of the men dove for his gun and others kicked him in the face and clubbed him in the head with a skateboard. U.S. jurors will end up looking at it from the standpoint of a 17-year-old under the circumstances as they exist, the defense attorney Mark Richards said. Rittenhouse, now 18, is charged with killing 2 men and wounding a third with an assault-style rifle during the summer of 2020. He could get life in prison if convicted. The jury was selected with remarkable speed in just 1 day, considering how politically polarizing the case has proved. The most serious count against Rittenhouse, first-degree intentional homicide, is Wisconsin's top murder charge. In more national news, new autopsy rejects crash theory in Ronald Greene's death. New Ronald Greene autopsy dumps crash theory in fatal arrest. A re-examined autopsy ordered by the FBI in the deadly 2019 arrest of Ronald Greene has rejected the Louisiana State Police claim that a car crash caused his fatal injuries, narrowing prosecutors' focus on the troopers seen on body camera beating, stunning, and dragging the black motorist. The unusual second look at what killed Greene confirmed what his family suspected the moment they saw his bruised and battered corpse and his car with only slight damage. A minor crash at the end of a high-speed chase had nothing to do with his death. And finally, in entertainment news, American Music Awards get Cardi B to host this show this year. Cardi B has won 5 American Music Awards and performed on the telecast during her career so far. Next step, hosting the show itself. The rapper behind such hits as Bodak Black and Money has been tapped to host the fan-voted awards show airing from Los Angeles on ABC on November 21st. Cyrus Webb, Conversations Daily News. It's now time for the Truth of the Day with Mary Ellen Ciganovich. Mary Ellen, take it away.
Hi, this is Mary Ellen with your Truth of the Day. Drop "if only" from your vocabulary. Most people who are unhappy give reasons that begin with "if only." Reasons such as, if only I had a better job, or if only I had a better car, or if only I would lose some weight, or if only I was younger. In other words, if only 1 or 2 things in your life would change, everything would be great. This is not true. You may dwell on one thing, while the real reason for your unhappiness goes unrecognized and unaddressed. When you become aware of the cause of your discontent, usually within yourself, not with anyone else, all your surface concerns have a way of melting away. You may need a new car, and these surface concerns will not cure the deeper issue. Stop focusing on external factors. You have created a pattern in your life where you thought you were dissatisfied with one thing, while you were actually dissatisfied with something else. Why does this keep happening time after time? The only person whom you can be dissatisfied with is you. Today, slow down your attention within as you drop your if-onlys, as you go about to enjoy the day.
Zak Folkman is featured in today's Entertainment Spotlight, right here on Conversations Daily News. For Conversations Daily News, I'm Cyrus Webb with the Entertainment Spotlight. Zak Folkman of Subify joined me recently on Conversations Live, the radio show, to talk about how they are connecting content creators with their audiences. Here's a bit of our conversation.
A lot of people out there, there's a lot of frustration, as you know, because this is your arena, Zak, that when it comes to connecting with your audience, make sure you're able to spread, the messages you want to be able to do, to have that engagement with them. You're not always able to do that on the platforms that are out there. What has it been like for you through Subify to be able to offer that as an option?
Yeah, that's a really great point. It's been incredibly rewarding because, I work with a lot of content creators, influencers, celebrities, athletes, and even brands who are doing exactly that. They're trying to build and connect with their audience and their following on traditional social media platforms. And I hear from them time and time again with more and more frustration around whether or not they're even being seen by the people that are following them. So some of these people might have millions of followers on social media, and when they post a video or a story or whatever it might be, a post, they're not being seen by the majority of their followers. And that's because these platforms have to decide through all these algorithms that we hear about what content to show to what people. And for us, we know that if I follow somebody on social media, I have to actively search them out to keep up with what they're doing. I'm not being notified every time they take an action. So because of this, it really hurts their ability to connect with their fans and followers, where at Subify, we take a different approach, which is we build a unique branded ecosystem for each one of our creators on the platform that has a 99% plus penetration, meaning if somebody posts a video, goes live, puts up a story or whatever it might be, that's going to be seen by over 99% of the people that subscribe to their platform.
Cyrus Webb, Conversations Daily News. We thank you all for tuning in to this edition of Conversations Daily News, but we'll have you guys on tomorrow's more news, Truth of the Day with Mary Ellen Ciganovich, and of course your Entertainment Spotlight. Until then, I'm your host Cyrus Webb saying, as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Daily News today. Let's make it a great one.